and parties appearing on cases before the court today. If you are looking to watch proceedings, you're welcome to do so on YouTube, Courtroom 36th District Court, on YouTube, Courtroom 134. Okay, gentlemen, we're going to be live in just a moment. And parties appear. There we go. Okay, we are recording. Okay, we have files. Rimbert. Scott's going to see if we got Rimbert here. We'll get you an update. Yes, we do have Rimbert.
Thank you, Judge.
So give me a moment to finish getting ready. We'll dial into the DDC.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Okay. So I'm going to tell them about Rimbert, and then I'm going to step away and finish getting ready. And Counsel Nasser, what is your P number, please?
I apologize.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
What's your P number?
It is 74485, please, Judge.
Got it. Okay, thank you. All right. Got a prosecutor coming in. Okay, we've got the DDC. Hi, DDC, can you hear us? Okay, I'll be right back. Counsel, if you see DDC show up on screen, I'm just going to step away. Just let them know who you're checking in on. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hi, DDC. Uh-oh, can't hear you.
I think he's on.
Okay, we're getting there. I'm going to see if I can get him unmuted. Trying to get him unmuted. Yeah. There it is. Hi, thank you, DDC. Be advised, we have one retained attorney. We have an attorney here for Vince Rimbert, and I think it looked like. Oh, hi. Looks like we have a prosecutor checking in. Hi, I'm from the prosecutor's office. Are you checking in on a case, ma'am? Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm checking in to see if Angelo Lawler came back on the docket for the correct case.
Okay, stand by. Let's take a look. We just got a file.
That's Rimbert.
Counsel, be advised. I don't think I don't see Lawler on the docket.
Okay. Okay.
So if anything, I would probably have to defer and have you check the criminal division to see if it's in the pipeline or what the status is. But if we don't have it on we don't have a file and we don't have it on the list at this time.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, stand by.
No folding, the court started.
Yeah, I'm too full of that. Sorry, the niggas having a hard time.
That's a girl you said, right? She don't know how to read. Read.
Okay, Judge. Okay, stand by. Actually, DDC, from what I can tell, I don't think we have you muted. Can you hear us, DDC?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. I saw your message. Yeah, I can hear you. I just saw your message.
That's Phil. That's Phil, Your Honor.
Oh,
Attorney.
hey. Hold on.
What it say?
I thought I fixed it so
Thank
that
you,
he
Judge. All right,
could.
there I go. You had
Ah.
I couldn't unmute, Judge.
Sorry. Okay, I think I got it.
Yep.
No, sorry about that. I think I have it fixed.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, I think we've got everybody. Okay, DDC, thank you. I'm sorry, Council. I thought that was the DDC with the message. We did let the DDC know about Rimbert. Otherwise, Council Reagan, we are recording. We've got everything up and running. Let me ask you this. We have our list and we have files. Can you let us know who you have matches for at this time?
Judge, I have Navarro, I have Tompkins, Dunn, Jones, Brantley, another Jones, Deshaun Smith, Antonio Vasquez, Ronaldo, Chinchilla. Have those ready, Judge.
Okay, Chinchilla. Okay, and in the meantime, we have a gentleman on screen. Council Nasser, is this your person on screen? Attorney Nasser, is that your person on screen? Hi, Attorney Nasser, can you hear us?
Yes.
Is this your person on screen?
Oh, yes, Judge.
Okay, hi, gentleman in the red shirt, could you state your name for the record, please?
Mr. Rimbert.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think we got your person. Council calling case number 210-44496. Houston, Michigan versus Vince Rimbert. Council, your appearance and P number for the record, please.
Yes, good afternoon. Most Honorable Court, Muhammad 74485, appearing on behalf of who is also at Your Honor, former recent come to request the court that you are not.
Okay, thank you. Council, be advised, your audio is extremely glitchy. So just for purposes of making a record, just make sure you speak nice and loud. Based on what you did indicate, the court was able to pick up that you're waiving the formal reading and standing your client mute. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Cole, waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There will be a Zoom pre-trial date May 7th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant and as to bond counsel.
Your Honor, my client got one child. That's record. I'm asking for first bond as the
Okay, counsel, forgive me. Again, just for the record, the court was able to discern that your client has significant ties to the community, and because for whatever reason the audio was extremely glitchy. Okay, so just to give you a heads up on that. If it is, to reiterate, your client has significant ties to the community. Court also takes into account in the this time of COVID, it's a misdemeanor, it's a non-assaultive matter, and that your client, and he has retained your office for representation during the pendencies of this proceedings. For those reasons, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Counsel Nasser, is there anything further?
Nothing further, Judge.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Okay, one step. Who you want next, kid?
DDC, be advised, if you caught that earlier, Counsel Reagan has the following cases ready to go. He has Donald Chinchilla, Antonio Vasquez Espinoza, it's like Hank Brantley, Zachary Jones, counsel?
Zachary Jones got released.
Zachary Jones was released?
Yes, as well as Miss Sullivan.
And what was the other person who was released, ma'am?
Sullivan, Rochelle Sullivan, the very first one, she was released on the 10th.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that update. Okay, Counsel Reagan, if you can hear us.
Was that start?
Can't hear you yet.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. One person actually turns out they were released. Stand by. Counselor, did you say you have Aaron Jones ready to go?
Yep, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, gentleman in the gray T-shirt in front of the camera, your name, sir?
My name is Donaldo John Chichero Jr. John.
Thank you. Thank you. Calling case number 21059. It's like that's 210-56996. Houston, Michigan versus Donato Antiono Chinchilla. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Civil Grade on behalf of Mr. Chinchilla, Your Honor, waive the reading stand mute. He has been advised of his rights.
Court waive the formal reading into tonight. Guilty plea on your client's behalf is a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 for Thursday District Court with a preliminary examination date to be determined at the Thursday District Court in front of Judge Jones and as to bond.
Judge Devon, my client is 21 years old. Judge, he's a lifelong resident of Michigan. He is on probation for driving under suspended license, Judge. He has seizures and he has some mental issues, but he can live with his mother, Judge. He has who supports him right now. He gets support from his mother. So I'd ask the court to consider a reasonable bond. He has no money, Judge. He's going to get a court-appointed attorney, Your Honor. He did turn himself in yesterday to the DDC, but he's not a flight risk. Found out about this, turned himself in, Judge. So I'm asking for a personal bond.
All right, stand by. And DDC is bond. Are there any holds?
He has one hold, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Stand by. Okay, thank you, counsel. The court appreciates your representations, including indicating that your client does have an alternative place to stay while this case is pending to ensure the integrity of the case and overall safety to the community. At this time, court will set bond in the amount of $3,000 personal bond. Is there anything further, counsel?
Nothing further, Judge.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, sir. You step away from the camera.
Say what? Go ahead and say it. Yep, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much. I'm trying to change for the better.
All right,
Okay,
now, come on.
sir. You're all set, sir. Just step away from the camera. You're good.
Next man. Black Oscar, first and last one.
Sir?
All right. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Tompkins, keep that over your nose and mouth. It's for your safety while you're there, sir. Calling case number 210-5716, People of Michigan versus Cortez Terrell Tompkins, counsel. Okay, counsel can't hear you. Mr. Reagan, can't hear you. Mr. Reagan, can't hear you.
Your Honor, can you hear me now? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
On behalf of Mr. Cortez Thompson, waive the reading stand mute. Mr. Thompson has been advised of his rights, Judge.
Court will wait formal reading into tonight. Guilty plea on your client's behalf is a Zoom probable cause conference date April 26, 2021 at 8:30 for Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge King and as to bond.
Judge, it's a non-assault offense. My client's 27. He has a GED laid off from his job, Judge, due to COVID. Lives with his girlfriend and kids in the city. He has strong ties. I'd ask for personal bond on his behalf.
Thank you. And DDC is bond. Are there any holds?
Yes, hold, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Counsel Court takes into account your representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. Further, under the Michigan court rules, this is a non-assault offense, and court takes into account the pandemic facing the nation at this time. For those reasons, court will set bond. Stand by. Yes, probable cause date set for April 26th, preliminary examination date to be determined. Preliminary examination date, May 3, 2021 at 9 o'clock, in front of Judge Baconico. Counsel, you've made your representations. Court takes into account your representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, and under the court rules, this is a non-assaultive matter for those reasons. Couple set bond, $2,000 personal bond, and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Counsel, is there anything further?
I don't know why I keep doing that.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm having some issues. Say that one more time.
Okay. Court has set bond the amount of $2,000 personal bond and no firearms. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And we have someone joining us in the courtroom. Is there Erica Kimball?
Yes.
Are you checking in on a case?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Are you in? Okay, hi, yes, sir. Stand by, sir, with the DDC. Erica Kimball, are you an attorney? Are you checking in on your case? Kimball? Okay, is there a Darnell Tompkins? Okay, he's checking in. All right. Counsel, hi, gentleman with the Red Wing shirt on. Your name, sir?
Dorian Gunn.
Stand by. Okay, counsel, are we ready on gun?
Ready, Your Honor.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-57156, People State Michigan versus Dorian Deshaun Gunn, counsel.
For the record, on behalf of Mr. Gunn, waive the reading stamp duty. He has been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
Full waive the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date set for May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. This is 36th District Court in front of Judge King in Esteban.
Divine Judge, my client's 28, no prior criminal history, is a college graduate, lives in the city of Detroit, has a child. I'd ask the court for personal bond.
Thank you. DDC, is the bond, are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations under the Michigan court rules that particularly these are all non-assaultive charges. Your client has significant ties to the community. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $2,500 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Hi, we have someone in the room, Darnell Tompkins. Are you checking on a case, Darnell Tompkins? Darnell Tompkins, are you checking in on a case? Please turn on your, let's get a visual. If you are looking to, if you have a case here, please identify yourself. In the alternative, if you are simply looking to watch the proceedings, you are welcome to do so, but you can do that on YouTube at 36th District Court, Courtroom 134. Otherwise, this room is for people appearing on cases, including attorneys. Darnell Tompkins. Darnell Tompkins, if you do not come on screen and identify, we're going to remove you from the room. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Erica Kimball. Erica Kimball, if you're trying to check in on a case, please turn on your video and identify yourself. Otherwise, okay, hi, your name, sir? In front of the camera at the DDC.
Davion Jones.
Thank you, sir. Calling case number 210-5716, People State Michigan versus Davion Camonte Jones. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Mr. Jones, Your Honor, waive the reading stand mute. Mr. Jones has been advised of his rights.
Full waive the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date set for April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date on May 3, 2021 at 9 o'clock to 36th District Court in front of Judge Mecanico and Esteban, sir.
Esteban, Your Honor. Class 23, no prior criminal history, employed at Ford, lifetime resident of the city, has strong ties, is non-assaultive. On his face, I'd ask for personal bond.
Thank you. DDC, is the bond, are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Court takes account representations, including if your client doesn't have any holds or anything else outstanding. Further, your client has significant ties to the community, and the court takes into account the pandemic facing the nation, as well as this being a non-assaultive matter for those reasons. Posted bond in the amount of $1,000, personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Black line, first and last name.
Hi, your name, sir?
Deshaun Smith.
Hey, Green. Green.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105765, people say Michigan versus Deshaun Nathiel Smith, counsel.
Bill of Record on behalf of Mr. Smith, waive the reading, stand mute. Mr. Smith has been advised of his rights.
Forward formal reading into tonight, guilty plea on your client's behalf is a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court. Preliminary examination date to be determined. Also by Zoom in front of Judge Archer and Esteban.
Esteban, Judge, my client's 18, no felony convictions, is employed at Universal plant. He's still in high school right now, Judge. Lives with his mother, no kids in the city of Detroit. I'm asking for personal bond on his behalf.
And as to bond, are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, court takes account representations, including his ties to the community. There are no holds. Further, nothing else outstanding, and this is non-assaultive, so under the criteria plus the pandemic, and given the criteria of the Michigan Court Rules, court will set bond the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Hold all the way over your nose.
Hi, your name, sir?
Antonio Vasquez.
Thank you. Calling case number 2104450. People say Michigan versus Antonio Vasquez Espinosa, aka Antonio Joshua Vasquez Espinosa. Counsel.
Bill of Record on behalf of Mr. Vasquez Espinosa, waive the reading, stand mute. He has been advised of his rights.
Forward formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date set for May 3, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Austin Garrett and Esteban.
Esteban, he's my client, 23, no prior record, high school graduate, is employed for 4 Seasons Contracting Company. He has been living in Michigan for the last 17 years, has a child on the way, won't have contact with the complaining witness, Judge. They're asking for personal bond for this domestic violence.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any holds?
I didn't know this folder yet, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, counsel, court takes into account representations, most notably that your client has very significant residential as well as gainful employment in the community and ties to the community. Further, that you proactively address what's going to be a no contact order and that your client will have someplace else to stay while this case is pending and have no contact with the complainant. Therefore, based on what you presented, plus the pandemic facing the nation, court will set bond in the amount of $3,500 personal bond. While this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witness, Christina Vasquez. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. No contact or those extent to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts, directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
No. Let's get now. Let me see.
And Your Honor, he didn't have any holds.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Come on.
Hi, your name, sir?
Aaron Jones.
So you said Aaron Jones, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, stand by. I'm sorry, Mr. Sanford, were you saying something?
Oh, Harrison.
Sorry?
I was speaking Harrison.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We're ready to go on Aaron Jones, case number 210571773, people say Michigan versus Aaron Zachary Jones. Counsel.
Bill of Record on behalf of Mr. Jones, waive the reading, stand mute. Mr. Jones has been advised of his rights.
Full waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom. Stand by. Probable cause conference date April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom plenary examination date May 3, 2021 at 9 o'clock at 36th District Court in front of Judge Mechanico and as the bond.
Judge, my client's 25, no prior assault history, works at Amazon, full-time student. This is non-assault, but I asked for personal bond.
Thank you. And did you see his bond or any hold?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, counsel, court takes into account your representations, including his significant family and residential ties to the community, as well as him availing himself of gainful employment in the community, as well as higher education, which of course certainly appreciates, and the pandemic facing the nation, and that this is not assaultive. So given those criteria under the court rules, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
We can go straight down now, Your Honor.
I believe that's the case. Mr. Reagan, is your office able to go straight down the list, or is there anything else we need to set aside until you're ready?
I'm just getting them as they come, so I'm not, just come on with the list. I'll just let you know.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Aside from the ones we've covered, the last one that I have is Hank Brantley. Do you have any updates for us at this time that we can provide them with?
Just whatever they have. Judge, I have Avery Gray, Zachary Powell. I'm just getting, I don't know exactly what order they have.
Well, no particular order. What we're trying to do is get matches so they know how to pull them. So if you have Gray and Powell, we can let them know that. Okay. So DVC, be advised. So you have Zachariah Powell. Is that correct, counsel?
I have Hank, you said Hank Brantley, and I have Zachariah Powell, yes. Avery Gray.
And did you mention Avery Gray?
Yes, I have Avery Gray.
Okay, are there any others that you have at this time ready to go?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, DDC, who do we have in front of the camera?
Brantley.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56508, People State Michigan versus Hawk Henley Brantley. Counsel.
Phil Reagan on behalf of Mr. Brantley, waive the reading, stand mute. Mr. Brantley's been advised of his rights.
Oh, waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge Archer and Esteban.
Judge Esteban, my client's 32 years old, lifetime resident of Detroit. Judge, this incident date goes back to December 2020. My client turned himself in to the DDC yesterday, Judge. He's not on probation or parole at all. Last contact, Judge, 2013, about 8 years ago. But again, Judge, he did turn himself in. Won't have any contact with the complaint. I asked for personal bond.
Thank you. DDC is bond or any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representations, most notably that your client did make himself available for Raymond S. this case, which is a strong indication that despite the charges, your client will continue to appear on his own recognizance while this case is pending. Court also takes into account the nature of the charges and against the criteria that the court sets out in the Michigan court rules. Given those elements, court will set bond the amount of $2,500 personal bond while this case is pending. No contact with complaining witness Legine Brantley. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. The no contact order also extends to place residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Thanks, sir.
Hi, your name, sir?
Zachariah Lloyd Jacob Powell.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-5718 for People State Michigan versus Zachariah Lloyd Jacob Powell. Counsel.
Phil Reagan on behalf of Mr. Powell, waive the reading, stand mute. He has been advised of his rights.
Call away the formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date April 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom clinical examination date April 30th, 2021 at 9 o'clock, also at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones and Esteban.
Esteban, Judge, my client's 19, no assaulted priors. He's employed at Plum Hollow Country Club. He's a high school graduate, has a child on the way, lifelong resident of Michigan. Judge, he has strong ties to the community. Understand this is a very serious charge. He understands that. He will make all court appearances. Again, no prior assaults of history. I would ask for personal bond.
Thank you, DDT Esteban. Are there any holds?
1 second. Yes, hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, counsel, court takes into account your representations, particularly as it relates to your client's significant ties to the community, including family ties to the community, as well as gainful employment. First, also balancing with the nature of the charge and the seriousness of the allegations. Most notably, our concern is that includes an allegation of a series of events that resulted in serious bodily injuries to an individual. And let the record reflect, counsel, just so that you are aware, the court was the court that actually authorized the charges in the complaint and the warrant. And an update from the officer who did the investigation indicates that the complaining witness at this time remains hospitalized and is undergoing a series of treatments, including having to drain fluid off this individual's brain. So this person is suffering from significant bodily injuries, including what appears to be a very serious closed head injury as a result of this alleged series of events. Now, again, these are allegations only, but this court also takes concern with regard to overall safety of the community. Further, counsel, be advised that the officer did run information with regard to your client, and it would appear that your client never acquired a proper driver's license. So your client had no driving privileges to be operating a motor vehicle in the first place. That's a serious concern to this court. At this time, again, and before the court addresses directly or sets a bond or conditions of bond, is there anything that you wish to address?
There's only that, I mean, this was, I believe, a tragic accident. I don't think my client had any malicious intent. Obviously he's young. It has to deal with, and again, these are just allegations. I don't know the full scope of everything. It'll come out later. I'm sure it'll be the case, but just the purpose of him being in danger, I think not driving and letting you know that obviously if you don't have a valid license, you can't operate a vehicle. That's first and foremost. And I think if he stays from behind the vehicle, that will should maybe ease some of the concern the court may have. But I agree that's a big concern, because if you are driving without a license, driving is a privilege, it's not a right. So I get the court's concern, but I think that again, he's not a person who has a deep history. He's only got a acquired non-assaultive case, to my understanding, Judge. So I'm asking the court to consider personal bond or somewhere around 10,000, 10% of anything, Judge. I'm asking the court to consider something now.
Thank you. Counsel, and the court again appreciates your candor with regard to addressing this court's concerns as articulated on the record. For the reasons indicated on the record, again, the court is also balancing it with the pandemic facing the nation at this time, but the court also wants to ensure that your client recognizes the gravity of this case, and he needs to appear for all of his court dates while this case is pending. The court is going to do the following. Court will set bond in the amount of $10,000, 10%. Your client will also be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. And while this case is pending, your client is not to operate a motor vehicle. He is not to touch or be behind the wheel of a motor vehicle in any way, shape, or form, unless or until he gets proper driving privileges. So the court is specifically indicating no driving.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is there anything further?
Nothing further.
You're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Yeah, just log me off, okay?
You want to log in now or log in?
No, because then you're not gonna be able to keep up. Just log me off when you finish with work. All right, I'm out. All right, yeah.
All right, Greg.
He's not. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Greg.
Hi, your name, sir?
Avery Gray.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105716, People State Michigan versus Avery Gray Council.
Deliberating on behalf of Mr. Gray, waive the reading, stand mute. Mr. Gray has been advised of his rights.
Call with formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 26, 2021 at 8 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom center examination date May 3, 2021 at 9 o'clock, 36th District Court, in front of Judge Giles in Esteban.
Judge, this is a non-assaultive case. My client's 24, no prior history. He's employed at Chrysler, lifelong resident of this community. Has 2 small children, not going anywhere, Judge. I'd ask the court, based on his family ties, non-assaultive nature, to grant first trial.
Thank you. Did you see his bond for any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes, and also let the record reflect this case will be in front of Judge McConico. Council Court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, the pandemic facing the nation, as well as this being a non-assaultive case. For those reasons, under Michigan court rules, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Thank you, Lon.
Thanks, sir.
Your Honor.
Council.
What was,
Yes.
what was the first court date? I got the May 3rd, not the first one.
Okay, stand by. For Mr. Avery Gray, Zoom probable cause conference date April 26th at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Council, do we have any updates? Because those are all the files that we covered already. Do you have any updates for interviews?
Judge, how many more males do we have? I apologize for.
We have Tinsley, Sultan, Wilson, Henry, and Lewis, looks like. I'm gonna keep looking. Hang on. We have some others on the women's side. I just want to make sure we've got everything accounted for.
I have 2 women, Your Honor. I have, I have Miss Brown, Patricia Brown, and Jill Outlaw. Reeves, Christopher Reeves, I'm sorry.
Okay, we have Reeves.
And Outlaw.
We have Outlaw. Do we have any others on the men's side?
Do we do Navarro? Maybe that's something. Okay, no, that's something else. I'm sorry.
Any updates, council?
Not yet, Judge. That's all I have for men so far, Your Honor.
Okay, stand by. Hi, officer. What do we have, sir?
I was wondering what files you were ready for, Your Honor. I was waiting on you and also Phil Reagan.
Okay, no, we were just talking about whether or not he had any updates for matches. At this time, I don't think he has any other updates, but I think council wants to address you.
Brother Green, are they still on camera 2 interviewing? Okay, so I guess as soon as they finish, I think we have 5 more males. So as soon as they finish, we can bring it right on over.
Okay, I have the males on, and I'll be standing by when you guys are ready.
Thank you. Let me ask you this. I guess to keep things moving, DDC, does it help if you have people available over? We have 2 files on the women's side that we can do. We can do Outlaw and Reeves. Does that help, or do we need to hold off?
No, ma'am. That's the men Phil Reagan was talking about, Your Honor. We're utilizing that camera and interviewing the last remaining females, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. We'll wait then. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the update. Okay, we'll just wait. We'll stand in brief recess.
Copy that.
Oh, you say on your wristband where you're at? Yeah, I know you're free. I put you there. Okay.
Yes, we're waiting for an update on any interviews. Council Reagan.
I'm all set with all of the mail. And email should be done anything.
Yes, we do. So once we might as well stay on the men's side because it sounds like they just had the one camera on the women's side. So we'll just wait to get an update.
All of them.
Okay. Do we have any ready? Oh.
We're ready.
To go on the record? Okay. DDC, be advised that my DC council is present and indicates that they are ready to go on the men's side with the remaining cases.
Hi, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Is it going to be Council Reagan or are you going to be? Sorry.
Just say one, but it don't like. Come.
Okay. Okay, Officer Green, just be advised, Madam Council will be joining us very shortly. So, but she says we should be ready to go.
Sultan. Yeah, just right there, Sultan. Yes, sir.
Okay, we have Mr. Sultan.
How you doing,
Sultan,
Your Honor?
Mr. Sultan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record. Thank you, sir. We're on the record. Calling case number 210-44498. USA Michigan versus Edward Sultan. Counsel, your appearance, please.
We have President Sultan, who is from a meeting of the Kansas Constitutional Rights.
Cover with the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is Zoom pretrial date May 7, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant and Esteban.
Mr. Sultan is 49 years old, lifelong resident of Michigan, has no prior felonies that I'm aware of. He's a high school grad. He was in the Navy from 1989 to 1994. He is employed at CIE USA. He's been there for 8 years in the plant, Your Honor, manufacturing plant. He's got great family ties and community ties. He lives with his wife of 10 years. Your Honor, so I'm respectful asking the court to consider a personal bond. This is not a hold.
Thank you. And DDC, is bond there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. And counsel, just to clarify, did you indicate your client has been in the service?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your service. Counsel, court takes into account your representations, including your client's significant family and residential ties to the community. Further, on the Michigan court rules, this was a non-assaultive matter and it's a misdemeanor. And given those elements, court will set bond the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor, just the date.
I'm sorry, May 7th, 2021 is a pretrial date in front of Judge Bryant. Anything further?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you step away from camera.
Thank you, Your Honor. Personal bond, brother, see this. Judge, when Johnny Wilson told you about, you gonna sell that white black house for the first and last time, brother. Oh, wait. Oh, I got you. No. Come on. got this. Okay, there you go, bro. Mike, first and last name.
Hi, your name, sir?
Johnny Wilson.
Thank you. Calling case number 21057-164, Cruise Michigan versus Johnny Lee Wilson, also known as John Lee Wilson, also known as Johnny, different spelling of the name, Lee Wilson, also known as Larry Williams, also known as Albert Wilson, also known as Johnny Wilson, also known as Willie Wilson, also known as Johnny Wilson, different spelling of the first name, also known as Johnny Wilson, different spelling of the first name. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Judge Stroud, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Johnny Wilson, with formal reading, understands the constitutional rights of the state.
Will waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Stand by. Okay, court will waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom clear examination date to be determined in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Sir, Mr. Wilson is 61 years old. I did ask him about all of those aliases. According to him, he is only known as Johnny Wilson. That was his name. His brother allegedly and apparently used his name and gives all these other names to this Johnny Wilson, Your Honor. He understands no contact orders. They do not reside together. He is laid off. He works on and off for the city of Detroit. We need him to be not on probation or parole. He does suffer from high blood pressure. He does receive government assistance. However, respectfully, I have no question. It's a very personal matter, Your Honor.
Thank you. DDC is bond any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations. The court also appreciates you addressing what in the file are multiple aliases and addressing that. And court also appreciates that your client does appear to have significant disabled ties in the community. Court is also balancing with the nature of the charges and the pandemic faced in the nation. And while this is charged individual offender fourth offense notice, these are actually older matters. It doesn't appear there's anything else open and pending. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $7,500 personal bond. Also, no contact with complaining witness Kelly Gray. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person. No messages to her through third parties. No contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contact directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Thank you, Judge. You got first bond, sign up on. Okay, let's go back.
To the next one.
What's up? We going? White, black line, first and last name.
Henry?
Yes, sir.
Hi, your name, sir?
Jeremiah Henry.
Thank you. Calling case number 21057-161, Houston, Michigan versus Jeremiah Henry. Counsel.
Judge Stroud, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Henry, who is formal reading, understands the constitutional rights of the state.
Will waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date, May 5, 2021 at 9 o'clock to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Mechanico and Esteban.
Currently 36 years old. He has no prior to the high school grad, not on probation or parole, did 2 years of college. Is employed with between landscaping and shipping and is the director at Ansville Bakery. Your Honor, he was in the Army from 2002 to 2010 and served overseas. Your Honor, he does live with his wife and 2 kids. He's got great family ties, even better community ties. Your Honor, so I'm respectfully asking the court to consider it personal law.
Okay, thank you. And DDC is bond or any hold?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, first of all, sir, thank you for your service. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including among the criteria the court utilized under Michigan court rules, your client's significant family residential ties, gainful employment twice over in the community. Also, this is non-assaultive, and there are nothing else outstanding, strike that. given those elements and the pandemic facing the nation, court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond, but no firearms. While this case is pending, is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
This might be home. Let me see your wristband, brother. White, black line, first, last time.
Hi, your name, sir?
Xavier Tinsley.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105716. Houston, Michigan versus Xavier Tinsley, counsel. For with formal reading is for not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is Zoom probable cause conference date April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom for examination dates to be determined. Also at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Mechanico and as bond.
Your Honor, he is 22 years old, lifelong resident of Michigan, he has no priors. He is employed at FedEx, he's a high school grad, he's also employed at Jimmy John's. He did do some college, not on probation or parole, but his mother has a report. He has a 4-year-old and one on the way, so at family ties, community ties, is not involved in our
Thank you. CDC is bond or any holds?
Yes, Your Honor, yes, holds.
Sorry. Counsel Court takes account representations, including your client's significant family and residential ties to the community, as well as gainful employment twice over. Also, these are non-assaultive charges, and under the pandemic facing the nation, so under the criteria the court utilizes under Michigan court rules, court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Yep. So I'll explain it when we get there.
Step on that white, black line, see your first and last name.
Hi, your name, sir?
How you doing? My name is Justin Dwayne Lewis.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105781. Give State Michigan versus Justin Dwayne Lewis, counsel.
Lewis, Your Honor, Mr. Lewis, I spoke to his mother. He's supposed to have retained counsel. Mom and answer, I believe, already appeared on this. Already appeared. I believe this is the same incident. However, Mr. Lewis's mother has not been able to make contact again with the attorney. So I did explain to Mr. Lewis. I went over all of his rights. I also went over what he's charged with. But I do not have his information because he was supposed to be retained, but his mother did. She's calling me with contact. And at this time, since Mr. Dancer already got off and he's not able to make contact, she would like us to handle the agreement. Like I said, he's been read his rights and his charges. And I do have his contact information. But for purposes of making a bond argument, I'm going to have to ask all the questions out here.
That's fine. Yeah. Yes, thank you, counsel. And the court appreciates your disclosure regarding that and the circumstances where we are with regard to the arraignment. We can wait the formal reading, set a date, and then again, if you wish to voir dire your client, the alternative is we can pass on this, and if you need to utilize the other camera, if you want to do that in that setting, it's entirely up to you. Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you. And that's okay, Mr. Lewis. The attorney who is present has indicated because we want to make sure on the record that that she's representing you with your consent. Do you give us permission to? Do you give her permission to represent you today?
So my lawyer Muhammad Al Nassar is not representing me today.
Well, here's the thing. He's not responding. He has not checked in. So.
Yes, ma'am. I will. She can represent me. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. We just wanted that's fine, sir. We just wanted to clarify and make sure that that you have an understanding of the dynamic, so that it certainly keeps the door open for Mr. Counsel Nasser to appear on your behalf whenever he checks in or at the next court date. Okay, so that leaves the door open for him to still represent you. This is just for arraignment purposes today. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
And Mr. Lewis, can you hear me? This is your attorney speaking. Well,
I can barely hear you.
Okay, Your Honor, would you just please respectfully let Mr. Lewis know that I did speak to his mother again, and this is how she wanted to proceed since she wasn't able to make, well, I know it's not up to her, but he wanted me to see if she made contact with the attorney, and at this time he hasn't called her back, and that is why she said we could go ahead with the arraignment if Mr. Lewis.
With his consent. Okay. Okay, Mr. Lewis, can you hear me? Can you hear the court?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, be advised, the attorney is here, and since you indicated that you were having difficulty hearing her, she wanted the court to relay to you that at your request, the attorneys here had made contact with your mother. Your mother has made every effort possible to get in contact with Attorney Nasser, and at this time, Attorney Nasser has not responded to her phone call, so the two of them have not been in contact with one another. So the attorney here, having spoken to your mother, is urging this office, the attorney's office, to go ahead and represent you for today, and to let you know that that's where it stands with Attorney Nasser. But for the time being, the attorneys who are present here today, who have spoken with you and interviewed you, they are prepared to proceed with arraigning you today. And that certainly leaves the door open for Attorney Nasser to follow up and still represent you for the rest of the case. But as for today, okay, right now, they have not been able to complete contact with Attorney Nasser for today. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so given those elements, we just want to make certain, now that you understand all of that, does this attorney have your permission to represent you right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, court will wait the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is going to be a Zoom conference clause conference day, May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the Thursday District Court in front of Judge King and as fun.
Your Honor, I will say that I spoke to Mr. Lewis's mother, as already indicated, so I know that he has great family support. I know he has her support. I know that she's doing everything she can to get him retained counsel, so I don't believe he's at one point. I believe he is going to have retained counsel. I believe that, even though it's in front of me, it doesn't look like a co-defendant, but there is another defendant on this case, Your Honor. I believe Attorney Montana is representing that individual and may also be representing Mr. Lewis going forward. Your Honor, these are not offensive, Your Honor, and I'm respectful as the court should consider a personal bond.
Okay, thank you. And did you see his bond under a hold?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any indication of what types of holds they are, sir?
No, it just says hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your client's ties to the community, including that he does have very substantial family support, which the court does appreciate, and the court also appreciates and acknowledges your office's effort to help facilitate the connection with Mr. Lewis with his attorney, as indicated, and that certainly again leaves the door open for an attorney to represent him in the future. But for the time being, for purposes of today's arraignment, for the reasons indicated on the record under the Michigan court rules, including the pandemic facing the nation, your client has significant ties to the community. Court set bond amount of $7,500 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera. DDC, I think that's everything on the men's side. Is there anyone who's anything for 48 hours or more?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks. See you on the other side.
Am I doing the other side or is DJ doing it?
What happened? Okay, are they on the camera and the women, on the
They
women's?
might be just finishing up with here.
That's fine, just update us when you're ready.
We're ready, Rob.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're in. Okay, hi, ma'am. We're on the record. Could you state your name, please?
Patricia Reeves.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-444-99, people say Michigan versus Katricia Sharina Reeves, counsel.
Prime Rocky 3665, yeah, Teresa Reed, waiting for reading, and Mrs. Reeves has been advised.
Go with formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is Zoom pre-trial dated May 7, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, and it is in front of Judge Bryant and Esteban.
Firearm, Ms. Reeves, 30 years old, she's lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. At this time is receiving unemployment. She has no felonious history, Your Honor. Definitely understands they have no contact with the complainant, that she will be near that. I ask this court to consider a personal bond and no contact.
Thank you. Continue to respond to any hold.
Now they haven't got her file to me. Hold on 1 second. Let me look on it. Just have to hold the 19th.
Thank you. All right, Council Court takes count your representations, including what's going to be a no, or I have to strike that, and including your representations that she will not have any contact with complainants or any parties involved in this alleged incident. And further, court is taking into account the pandemic face of the nation and under the criteria under the court rules that on its face, this case is not assaultive. Court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Nothing further.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera.
Thank you.
Hold on. What's her dates for Ms. Reeves?
Ms. Reeves, her court date, sorry,
May 7th.
May 7th.
May 7th.
Yes, sir.
What judge would
Hi,
that
ma'am,
be?
your name? I'm sorry, sir?
What judge would that be for Ms. Reeves?
Okay, I'm sorry, sir, what did you say?
What judge would that be for Ms. Reeves on May 7th?
Bryant.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, ma'am, your name? Yes, stand by DDC at sidebar.
Okay.
Hi, ma'am, your name? Hi, ma'am,
Hey,
good
ma'am.
afternoon, your name?
Good afternoon, are you the judge, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I did that. She's speaking. Your name, ma'am?
My name is Kimberly Nabuki, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, calling case number 210-57159, people say Michigan versus Kimberly Nambuki. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Rocky 3665, yeah, Ms. Kimberly and Nabuki, waiting for readings, and Mrs. Nabuki has been advised to constitute.
Okay, court will wait the formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is Zoom probable cause conference date. May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a plenary examination date to be determined, which is also by Zoom at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and as sponsor.
Your Honor, my client indicates she's a 52-year-old lifetime resident of the state of Michigan, that she's completed some college and is receiving medication as well. I would ask the court to consider a personal bond. I'm not aware that she can take monetary bond at this time. She understands the follow-on orders of this court.
Okay, thank you. And DDC is the bond. Are there any holds?
There are no holds.
Thank you. Council Court takes account representations. Particularly of note is that these are all non-assaultive charges. Court also takes into account the pandemic facing the nation, and that under the criteria court utilized under Michigan court rules, and this is non-assaultive, court will set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond. Is there anything further, sir? Okay, thank you. You're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera. Thank you.
So I will be discharged today, ma'am?
Well, you have to speak with the officers there, but you have a personal bond on this case, but you do need to come back for all of your court dates until your judge tells you that you're done with the case. Do you understand?
Do I have any holds on me at this particular point?
I got you.
The officer, the officer will let you know.
No holds. State your name.
Hi, ma'am, your name?
Brianna Jewel.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105718, People of Michigan versus Brianna Jewel, counsel.
Right, we're on PA 3665 on behalf of Ms. Brianna Jewel, we
With formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom proper cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom plenary examination date to be determined. Also, the 36th District Court front Judge Archer and as well.
She's actually still in high school. She's got before high school. She has no prior criminal history based on our conversation. She's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. She's not employed, but living with her mother. In case of probation or parole, and she's not posted monetary bond today, I would ask the court to consider personal bond as they're not assault allegation. But of course, we will not take her.
Thank you. All right, DDC is bond. Are there any holds?
No holds.
Thank you. Council Court takes account to representations, including your client's significant long-term ties to the community and stable residency, as well as family ties, and also that she is currently actively still involved or attending school. And also, it doesn't appear there's anything else outstanding. And the pandemic facing the nation, plus this is not assaultive. Given those elements, public set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera.
Hello, I'm Jill Outlaw.
Thank you, ma'am. Calling case number 21057, 178 People of Michigan versus Jill Yvette Outlaw, counsel.
Pardon, Ron, PA 3665 on behalf of Ms. Jill Outlaw, wait formal readings and view. This outlaw is not to the constitutional right.
Formal wait formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom from an examination date to be determined. Also, the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and as well.
Pardon, Ron, Ms. Outlaw is 50 years old. She's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. She has a 10-year-old daughter and a 35-year-old son. She's a high school graduate. She's receiving government assistance at this time. Indicates that she's not on any probation or parole. I would ask the court for personal bond as these are not assault allegations.
Thank you. And did you see the bond or any hold?
2 holds.
Thank you. Council Court takes account representations, including your client's significant family and residential ties and long-term ties to the community. Also, it appears that there's nothing, this is a non-assaultive matter. Court also takes into account the pandemic facing the nation. Given the criteria of the Michigan court rules, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera. DDC, has everything you have on the government side for 48 hours or more?
No.
Okay, thank you. We are concluded. Thank you, counsel.